What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. On the screen you can see the current team that we're taking into Division 1. You'll remember in the last episode we were currently 4 wins and no losses in D1 after going 8 wins in a row in the previous D1. So we're currently 12 wins in a row in Division 1, which is pretty damn awesome. Of course, we are yet to 8-0-0 D1 because we drew and lost the first games of the last time. And this time you'll see whether or not we can go and finish this off as 8-0-0. But I'm just showing you guys the team that I use. And I think I'll show you a few of the times that I rotate it and how I rotate it. And what I do with it and why and such. But guys, thank you as per usual for the support. You know, this series gets anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 likes. On average. I'm not really like a big fan of asking for likes on this series because I like the fact that you either like it or you don't, you know. But I just want to see how many active people there are here. So if you're here, if you're listening, and if you have the ability to like it, because I know some of you watch it on like the apps or when you're not signed in and stuff, just hit the like button. Let's just see where we can go with it. Let's see what we can do with it. That would be much appreciated. Now, of course, got some comments from you guys in the video, and we're going to start with L Matrix. And L Matrix says, have you covered the custom tactics you used? I'd like to feature you in my in-game custom tactics series. I've already covered how some of the top pros in the world make use of their custom tactics. He says, I know you're not a pro, but I think people will be interested. I change my custom tactics nearly on a day-to-day basis. I don't like have a set thing that I go for the simple fact that I'm still trying to figure out what is effective and what isn't effective. And I don't like to copy the pros because I don't think that benefits me or my style of play. So as yet, dude, I haven't got a video or anything covering, or even a segment of a video covering specifically what I do in custom tactics. But when I do, feel free to use it. You know, you go right ahead, bro. TNT Killer says, you should have opened the Team of the Week packs today instead. I messed up, man. In a couple of videos ago, when I opened that premium Team of the Week pack, I thought I was doing the right thing. You know, there was a few players there that had huge values to them. You know, Nainggolan was like 900k, Lacazette was 500k, Harry Kane was over 200k. You know, there was a lot of expensive players. I did not expect this Team of the Week to be this good. Like, I expected Lewandowski to be in it. I expected Sergio Ramos to be in it, but I wasn't really interested in Sergio Ramos anyway. Obviously, I'd like to pack him and sell him to get coins, but you know, I just really messed up. I really should have waited, because even if I got the bad ones this week, it wouldn't have been any worse than what I would have got from what I did last week. So yeah, screwed up. Hey man, we live and we learn. We learn from our mistakes. Next time that I'm in a situation like that, I'll hold on until the new Team of the Week is announced and then go for it. You know, for all we know, I could have got unlucky anyway. I could have still got the 3 discard players. I think there's 5 discard players this week, and I think there was 6 discard players last week. Both occasions I got all the discard versions, so you know I could have opened it now and got 3 discards. You know, you can't tell the future. Like you know, the butterfly effect is in place. Just because there are better players in this Team of the Week, it doesn't necessarily mean that I would have got them. But I probably, you know, I still think the right decision would have been to wait, and I made the wrong decision. It's not the first time we've messed up on this series. It will not be the last time we mess up on this series. You know, there's new stuff this year in FIFA that we've never experienced before. So this year is going to be about learning the rights and the wrongs, and then next year being able to really hound into ourselves the mistakes we made from this year and make the series and the account even better, you know. But I'm still happy with what I've got. I'm happy with where we are. So that doesn't really bother me. Nico Hargreaves says, hey Net, what do you think the draft reward should be, as in like if they got adjusted? I think first and foremost, dude, I think EA need to offer a coin reward for every round. If you lose in the first round, you get 5,000 coins. If you lose in the second round, you get 8,000 coins. If you lose in the third round, you get 10,000 coins. If you lose in the final, you get 12,500 coins. And if you win the final, you get 15,000 coins. That way, you're just rewarding people for getting, you know, advancing in there. Other than that, what I don't like is the fact that you can actually lose in the final and get a better reward than you can for winning in the final. And I've even lost in the semi-final once. I lost in the semi-final. On the Road to Glory, I lost in the semi-final. And I got 2 25k packs. So 2 player packs, right? The 25k ones. Most often, the prize that you get for winning the final is the 2 25s and the 2 5k packs. So I lost in the semi-final, and I got 2 25k packs to the value of 50,000 coins. And then when I win In the final, I get 2 25k packs and 2 5k packs to 60,000 coins. I just don't think that's right. I don't think it's right that you, like, if you, sometimes you lose in the final, you get a coin reward in the final as well, where you get 25,000 coins, a 25k pack and a 35k pack, I believe it is. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Like, that's a reward you should get for winning it. That should be the common reward for winning the draft. But what I don't like the most is that you can win the draft, and the absolute worst value of a prize you can get is 55,000 coins, and that's if you get the 50k pack and the 5k pack reward. The absolute maximum value in terms of packs is the 100k pack and the 35k pack. So that's 135k coins. I don't like the fact that on any given day you can get as little as 55k or as much as 135k, but there's nothing to suggest how you get the different prizes or why, and there's nothing that says it's random, because it doesn't seem random. It seems like, you know, I've won the draft about 45 to 50 times over the course of this FIFA already, and I've only got that coin reward one time. I know Inception has won the draft like over 200 times, I believe, and he hasn't yet got the coin reward. How crazy is that? That's crazy. Like, it can't be that way. I get, like, people's mentality of, you've paid 15k, you've played with random players, some fun players, some blue cards, etc., and you've got packs far exceeding the value of the 15k. But there has to come a point where fairness is relevant. In Foot Champs, if you win 30 games and I win 30 games, we get the same prize. Yet in Foot Draft, which you have to pay to enter, if you win 4 games and I win 4 games, we get dramatically different prizes. I don't understand the logic behind it. So what I would do is give a more fixed, like, fee of what you could get. You know, instead of just giving a random prize, give a choice of 3 different prizes. You know, like, literally, if you win the draft, give the choice of have them at the same value, but give a choice of, say, I don't know, 50,000 coins and 2 15k packs, or a 100k pack only, or a 50k pack and a 25k pack. It's very similar in terms of value of prizes. Each individual prize might represent each individual person a bit better. You might want coins in your account to buy a player, but then again, you might want the 100k pack to be able to go and pack a sick player that's in packs right now. Like, just, I don't know. I honestly don't know what I would want. I would have to, like, really sit down and try and figure it out. But I just think they need to, like, close the bracket of disparity between the prizes. Don't have the final as a 55k min and a 135k max. Have it instead as, like, an 80k min and a 100k max. You know what I mean? Like, have the worst prize as being, you know, 30,000 coins, a 50k pack and a 15k pack, and the best prize as being a 100k pack. I don't know, like, I would just like it to be fairer. And because of how bad packs are, and especially how bad pack weights are and such this year, I would genuinely like coins at every stage of the draft. I think that would be far more beneficial. They do it in Foot Champs. No matter where you get to in Foot Champs, you get a coin reward. It might only be 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 coins, but you get coin rewards no matter what. So if we played the same amount of games, we get exactly the same reward. I think they just need to take that into draft as well. CW Pooch says, Nep, if Depay gets an inform, run him and Lacazette up front. Depay will probably play as right, as Valbuena has 8 contributions in 7 games on the left. Yeah, I'm actually genuinely excited for Depay to have gone to Lyon, because it's going to really, really open up the possibilities of playing Lacazette in this team as a mainstay, which will be fun. But obviously, Depay's base card isn't that amazing. I've got his inform, which I use, and I like it. You know, I was worried that I wasn't going to enjoy it, but I do like it. And if we can get his, you know, if we can get him another upgrade, another inform, you know, if he does actually play for Lyon, it's very, very likely he'll start to grab a whole bunch of informs. So if we can get like a really enhanced version of Depay with that blue Lacazette, whew, this team is gonna become something, guys. Tamim Kashawne, I apologise if I said your name wrong, dude. He says, imagine if Nep hadn't got any of the SBC cards, where this club would be. He most likely would be able to afford Team of the Year Ronaldo and have a solid team around him. And yeah, you are right. I've sunk a lot of coins into SBC cards. You know, mostly Costa, Hazard and Ibrahimovic. There's a few other expensive ones that we did, like literally just like little bits here and there. Like, you know, Buffon was 100k. We've actually started to use Buffon now, so in hindsight, I'm glad I did him. But there's a fair few of them that cost me 50k here or 80k there and 130k there that I don't really use that much. That if we got all of those coins back, we'd have a nice sum. And then, of course, you know, for Ibra, that Ibra alone, I paid 600,000 coins for, let alone the other 3 teams that were about another like 60 to 70,000 coins. I have genuinely probably put anywhere from 2 to 4 million coins into the SBCs. But if I could go back and do it again, I would. I would do it exactly the same. And the reason being is that I cannot get SBC Hazard ever again. I cannot get SBC Chan or SBC Chadley, who I use a lot, or SBC Bellerin. I can't get them ever again. But Ronaldo will always be there. Always. So I can always work up towards Cristiano Ronaldo. By the way, I came up against this guy, guys. Obviously, he was relegating himself. He didn't score an own goal. I just wanted to show the team because I hate things like this. Not because he didn't score the own goal and not because he didn't give me the win. I could care less if he gives me the win or not. I'd prefer to earn my wins, right? But the reason why I hate people that do this is because it just adds a game to my stats and my players where now they get no goal or assist contributions, and it's just really frustrating. But yeah, I do see your point. I have considered what would I have if I didn't do all the SBCs, but I genuinely love the SBC cards. My mentality suggests that by the end of the year, my whole team will be an untradeable SBC team in one way or another. We're not far off it now. Other than Marcelo and Modric, and then potentially the centre-backs, my whole team is SBCs or untradables. You know, the red cards that we get for FUT Champs. My whole team is there. So I'm only a couple of players. And I could actually do a whole team of untradeable SBC cards. It just wouldn't be a team that I'd enjoy playing with so much. But yeah, the possibility to have a full SBC untradeable card team by the end of the year is really there. Alfred Payne says, SBC Dembele, one of the best SBCs to do, and you didn't. Fits your team perfectly and 10 times better than Chadley. I wouldn't necessarily say he was 10 times better than Chadley. I think they actually both offer relatively different things within the game. But yeah, I do regret not doing the SBC Dembele. One of the main reasons why I didn't do him, the 2 main reasons why I didn't do him is because I didn't like his regular card initially because A, I didn't like it, and B, I don't really enjoy 2-star weak foot players. But because of that, I didn't want to sink the 170,000 or so coins that it would have cost to get him into an SBC. In hindsight, I would have done it. If I could go back and do that SBC, I absolutely would, because he would be perfect for my team right now to link with Son, no problem at all. But as with Depay, I'm unsure, I'm uneasy with 2-star weak foot players, because I personally believe that weak foot is really, really important this year. So when you get to a point where you're saying, okay, you're going to remove the weak foot, you're basically going to remove one important leg of the player, it doesn't necessarily bode well with me. So yeah, I didn't like his main card. And I can still use his main card, and if he ever gets an inform or an upgrade, I can use that. There are alternatives I can use, but I'm happy using Depay. I was worried that Depay was going to be an issue. I've actually scored a fair few goals with him on his left foot already. I love his free kicks. His pace, dribbling and strength seem to give him an edge over a lot of players that I've used. Literally the only thing is he has a 2-star weak foot. If you gave me him with a 4-star weak foot and said, okay, so Depay is going to have 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and then you also said Heung-min Son, who's already got 5-star weak foot, will also get 4-star skill moves, which one would I take? I would take Depay. Because as much as I love Son in this game because of that 5-star weak foot, Depay has a little edge that Son doesn't. He's a bit taller, he's a bit stronger, he feels more agile on the ball, he feels a bit quicker, he feels like a better player. The only issue is, the biggest issue is, I know for a fact there is going to become a point in a game, be it Division 1 or be it FUT Champs, where I've got a goal scoring opportunity on Depay's left foot that he misses because it's a 2-star weak foot and it costs me the game. I know that will come. And when that does come, I'll probably then readdress the team. But right now, you've seen the games. He scored a free kick for me. He scored a couple of banging finishes for me. His finesse shots seem to be really good. So yeah, I really, really enjoy him. I really enjoy him. I know a lot of you guys want to see stats a lot as well. So there are some of the player stats for the most games played. Look at that. Son and Smalling are my most played players. Chris Smalling, 567 games and no red cards. None. That's nuts. That's nuts. Bobby says, get Hero Rooney with the Hunter to rotate with Zlatan. I would love to get that Hero Rooney. Have you looked at his in-game stats? They look remarkable. The biggest issue is he's bloody expensive. Right now, he's on Xbox. He's 950k. You can get any Team of the Year player with exception of the attackers for 950k. That's crazy. Like, when he first came out of packs, he was going for 1.5 million. People were actually bidding and buying him for 1.5 million. What are you doing? I get that he's a hero card. I get that this card is because of the goals that he scored and the record that he broke. I honestly thought Rooney would be about 250 to 400k. I thought that was a fair price, and I would have bought him at that, like especially the low end of that. But the same with the Musa So card. The dude was like 120 to 130k for the first hour of him being out of packs. He then went extinct, and now he's like 350k. He doesn't get strong links to anyone. He's in a league that doesn't particularly get much love. I know he'll be a good impact sub, but for 350k, there are far better players you could get as impact subs than him. I don't get people's mentality with how they do players this year in the game. I just don't understand. Samuel Grieve says, will you ever buy a legend? Probably yeah, but not anytime soon. Owen Lee says, do you think switching your team will affect your gameplay? I do think it will affect my gameplay. One of the main reasons why I decided to not go with a second team all this time was because I was worried that it would affect my gameplay. So with the fact that Weekend League wasn't around last weekend, and most probably won't be this weekend as well, I hope I'm wrong. I hope EA run with it. But if that forced DC glitch is still in the game, I can't imagine them running with it. It's given me a good opportunity to test out using two teams and see and you know, figure out the benefits and the negatives towards that. If I find that I'm still doing as successful with two different teams and I just need to work out some kinks, then I'll happily go with two different teams. But if I find that I'm winning more with one team than I am with another, I will go back to using just one team. Well Boy says, would you recommend subbing Coleman in midfield? He has all his stats over 80 and his high height. Yeah, I do. I like that. Coleman card looks ridiculously good. As a super sub for a centre midfield, or even for a fullback or a centre back, he looks great. He genuinely looks great. The last comment we've got is a bit of a long one. I've still got a few minutes on this video, so hopefully we can get through it quick enough. It's from Vilpola. And I have seen this comment a few times as well, so and I've not ignored it. I just haven't had time to fit it into a video. But I love the comment. It reads, like so Nep will see this. Hey Nep, love your content. EA made SBCs on NHL Hockey Ultimate Team for the coaches, kits, logos, and stadiums. After you commit 10 gold items, you get 1 gold collectible card. Basically a card with NHL 17 logo. You can trade 10 gold collectibles for carbon collectible cards that you can either sell or keep to complete sets. In the sets, you get special event inform. And basically it goes on to talk about how this would be good in FIFA. And I wholeheartedly agree. Interestingly enough, I actually had this discussion with Bateson and Nick yesterday. Not through this comment, just through me playing FIFA Mobile, because FIFA Mobile has something very similar. How awesome would it be if you could trade kits, badges, stadiums, balls for a variance of Joker cards, you know, or like just FUT 17 cards. So to the end of, let's say you trade 10 balls and you get a bronze Ultimate Team 17 card. And this bronze Ultimate Team 17 card will be, basically can fit into any SBC you need it to the value of 1 bronze. So if you've got a team where you just need a left back and it's like the value of that left back slot is a bronze, you can just throw it in there. So, and then you can trade up. The more bronzes you get, you can trade them for silver Ultimate Team cards, and then the more silver ones you get, you can trade them to gold, and then the gold ones you can trade to elite or whatever, and then the elite cards are important. So basically my theory is, for something like the Zlatan Ibrahimovic SBC, instead of putting in Zlatan Ibrahimovic's gold card, instead you can trade in 20 elite tokens. But to get these elite tokens, you trade in kits and balls and badges and players and bronzes and other cards, and you grind your way up to doing it so that you don't have to put Ibrahimovic in there. It will be potentially more time consuming and even potentially as like cost efficient as buying the Ibrahimovic, but people that play the game and earn the things will be able to do it. So again, you know, if you've got like 100 balls in your club, you could trade those 100 balls in for 10 bronze tokens, trade those 10 bronze tokens in for 5 silver tokens, and those 5 silver tokens might eventually become 2 golds. 5 gold tokens becomes 1 elite, and you have to give 10 elites instead of the regular Ibrahimovic. So it's a long, arduous process to get to the point of having the elite tokens, but like for any SBC, the Ibra one was an extreme one because it would cost a lot because it's expensive. But for the Cahill one, for example, instead of trading in those players and the golds and having the chemistry and stuff, instead you could just trade in 3 bronze tokens, 5 silver tokens, and 8 gold tokens, and then you'll get him as well. So then you get to choose whether or not that's valuable to you for using your tokens, or whether you should go onto the market and buy the players. So much can be done with this game, and I think we'll actually touch on this and address this more in the next episode because we are out of time right now, guys. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.